What's up guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Summer Slay episode 2. I am very excited for today's video. We are doing a couple of really exciting things, but before I jump into what we're doing, let me address something. You may notice my face is peeling off. I had a chemical peel about 2 or 3 days ago, so I do have some super dry patches. Do not be concerned. I am not becoming a lizard. I am just becoming my best self. So yeah, just wanted to address that. Today we are doing 2 very exciting things. 2 things that I actually get asked for all the time. I see it in the Facebook group, in my comments, in my DMs. So the first thing we're going to discuss is glute activation and my favorite band exercises for glute activation. And then we're also going to show you a great recipe for the Summer Slay cut. Yes, you guys love recipes and you guys love the bands, so we're gonna combine the 2 and just make a dope video. So before we go into glute activation, I know that not all my subscribers know, but my brand Mari Fitness, we sell resistance bands. Our first ever physical product was our resistance band, which has now become our best seller and is like has its own following in itself. Everyone loves it, I love it. I just saw a huge issue with a lot of the resistance bands on the market. They were a gross material that would roll up your legs, snap, grab your hair, break mid-workout. They were just not designed for a fit person, and they were not designed to last more than 3 days, which is so crazy. So this is the Mari Fitness resistance band. This comes in black, peach, blue, and olive green, and I use these every single leg day. Mostly what I use the band for is glute activation, and I get a lot of questions about glute activation. What is it and why is it important? Glute activation, put simply, just means waking up your glute muscles. All day, especially in 2019, we are sat on chairs at our laptops, hunched over, not using our glutes, and that's not good. That can lead to a lot of problems. That can lead to hip issues, ankle problems, knee problems, etc. Glutes are not used very often in today's society, so a lot of people, myself included, find it difficult to get their glutes working in a glute workout, and when that happens, you won't see a lot of glute progress, you won't see growth. You'll end up activating different areas of your body, such as your quads, your hamstrings, and you're not hitting the muscle that you need to be. And glute strength is very important because if you're displacing which muscles you're using during a glute exercise, it can lead to overload on certain muscles, which can lead to hip problems, which is what happened to me. And that's actually why I created the resistance band, because I used to super struggle with activating my glutes. So with all that said, I'm gonna show you guys my favorite banded glute activation exercises that you can do at home, at the gym, wherever, traveling. This thing's super travel friendly, so let's hop into it. I'm going to show you guys my favorite glute activation exercises.
This first exercise is a staple for me. This is called a squat walk. Pulling your legs apart with the added resistance of the band is what's really activating your glutes here. Make sure you're sitting back in your hips, pushing your knees out and pushing through your heels. This next exercise is the banded cha-cha. The banded cha-cha tends to look super easy, but it's actually really difficult. Make sure you're pushing through that heel on the left leg. The left leg is actually the leg doing all the work. This is an isolated movement, so you're going to want to switch legs. An isolated movement is great for fixing any imbalances you may have. This next exercise is a seated abductor. It's pretty much the exact same as the abductor machine, except we're using a band. So if you're ever using the abductor machine and it's taken, just do this instead. Make sure you're forcing those knees out, keep your back and gaze straight, and push through the heels. This exercise is the banded clam. There's a couple of ways of doing the banded clam. I like to spread my feet apart like this. Some people like to keep their feet together like this. This is another exercise where you're individually working each leg, so make sure you're switching. This is a great activation exercise. This exercise is called the kickback or the donkey kick. You can also do this while standing. This is another great exercise. Make sure you're keeping your leg a little bit bent and kicking up as far as you can. This is another exercise that's training each leg individually, so make sure you're switching off. Okay guys, this next exercise is a banded thrust. Thrusts are probably my all-time favorite glute exercise, so this is a great way to warm up for them. A way to make this exercise even more challenging is to add an abductor at the top of the rep, as you see me doing right here. Simply spread your knees apart and it burns like crazy.
What's up guys, welcome to part 2 of this video. I'm here with Greg.
Hey guys.
Greg is gonna kind of take over because Greg is the chef in this house. Not gonna lie, he makes the majority of the food we eat, and he's gonna show you how to make Mari's fajita bowl.
I am. Alright, this is for the I don't have 10 minutes people. The people who claim they don't have time to make a proper pre-workout meal. This is the meal we make when we're in a rush. We eat it all the time. Mari eats it almost every day before her workout. It digests well, it's high in protein, it has good carbs, it has good fats. It is proper gym fuel. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. All right, so I'm going to make this meal as if it's for Mari, but this is a 450 calorie, around 40 grams of protein and around 45 grams of carb meal. That is what we like to have pre-workout. The protein source is going to be these grilled fajita chicken breasts from Applegate. They come pre-cooked. They're relatively all natural, no antibiotics added, and they are only 2.5 grams of fat in ratio to 23 grams of protein. So they're pretty lean, they're chicken breast. So what I'm going to do is they're pre-cooked, so I'm just going to warm everything up in this skillet right here. I'm going to set a timer and show you how fast I make this meal, okay? I'm going to try to do this under 6 minutes. Let's do it. So first, I'm going to heat up this pan to a medium heat. I'm going to lubricate this pan with avocado oil. Why avocado oil? It has a high smoke point. We do not want this oil to burn. That will turn it into an unhealthy fat. A 1 second spray, maybe 2 seconds. I'm not even gonna count that fat because it is such a low amount of fat. I have 2 peeled cloves of garlic in my hand. We buy them pre-peeled, $2. We have fresh garlic for the week. Garlic is really healthy. It actually cleanses your kidneys. Let's go into the pan. Beautiful, fresh garlic, okay. Now, peppers. Peppers are great for endorphin health, loaded in vitamin C. Sorry, Mom, we don't need orange juice around here. Throw these into the pan. I'm gonna crank this up because we don't have time. Okay, next, we have some fresh mushrooms into the pan. Now, when I track this on MyFitnessPal, I am not going to track any of these veggies. Why am I not going to track these veggies? It's because 1, they're very low in calories. 2, because whether we are trying to gain weight or lose fat, so lose fat or gain fat or bulk, we are not going to manipulate our veggies. They always stay the same. We're not going to cut back on our micronutrients in order to lose fat, right? So right now I'm dicing up these beautiful little red tomatoes that we always keep in the fridge. I'm going to throw 3 of them into this pan. This is warming up now. Let's see where we're at. We're at, what, a minute and 30 seconds, come on. All right, we got our chicken. Now, this is where it gets a little funky. We need technology in the house. Where the hell is the food scale, Mar?
In the drawer, in the drawer.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, I didn't prep. All right, and we're going to use the bowl, because I'm all about no mess. We're going to use the bowl that we're going to eat out of. Zero out this scale. This scale is $11 on Amazon. You have no excuse. This chicken's cooked and the scale is $11. Mari likes around 35 to 40 grams of protein pre-workout. So we're going to do 4 ounces of this Applegate chicken, which is nothing, and it's yummy. It's pre-seasoned for fajita mix. I mean, this is too easy. I'm almost embarrassed to call this a cooking show. I'm really just warming something up. All right, let's do it. All right, we have 4 ounces of chicken. I'm gonna let this brown a little more. This pan's pretty hot, but that's okay because we're using avocado oil. All right, tomatoes are already in. Good. All right, chicken's in. Look how pretty this is. We've got some color, we've got some slave fuel, we've got some vitamins, loads of vitamin C, lots of good prebiotics for the probiotics that will be coming in later. Our digestion's gonna be on point. You're going to have a nice, seamless poop pre-workout because of this meal. I'm just kidding, that's gross, but you will. All right, what are we doing next? Right now I'm just prepping the toppings, all right? So what you could be doing right now is hanging out on Instagram or double tapping Mari's photos, or you could be prepping the toppings. We're here to save time. All right, half of an avocado. I'm going to take this knife. I'm going to go like this, twist the pit out. Goodbye, pit. Now, I'm going to cut this into a quarter. Mari will have a quarter of a medium avocado for some healthy fats pre-workout. If this was post-workout, we probably would not be having these fats. Why would we not be having these fats? Because we are trying to just absorb carbs for the glycogen into that muscle protein, into that muscle fiber that we just broke down, and protein to repair that muscle that we just broke down. We don't need fats really post-workout, but they are fuel and they will slow down the digestion of the white rice that we're having pre-workout. So some healthy fats pre-workout is great. We're getting those from the avocado, from the avocado oil, and from this 2% Faye. Now, if I wanted to cut back on calories with this meal, I have two options. I can just do no avocado, I can use 0% Faye, or I can do a little rice. We won't ever really cut back on the protein, that always stays the same. All right, and we do around 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. So Mari's having about 165 grams of protein a day. Did I just call you? Oh my God, we're at 4 minutes and 30 seconds and I'm almost done. This is steamy hot. All right, this is going into the pan. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna make this real nice. I'm gonna take this avocado. You don't even need to do this. This is technically done in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm just doing this because I like taking pictures and putting them on the gram, you know what I'm saying? All right, some sliced cotto. Going over here, I'm taking some fresh cilantro and parsley that I just keep in the fridge. It's fresh herbs, borderline 0 calories. I mean, you absolutely should not track this. This is just some potassium that's great because we're gonna pour some salt on here that's gonna help your body process that sodium properly so you don't feel bloated. All right. Yeah, you're gonna have rice, don't worry. All right. I don't have a clean spoon in this house. I'm about to lose it. Raising this knife, I think it's clean.
5 minutes 15.
5 minutes and 15. All right, we're going to a quarter of a cup of this Faye. 1 cup is 4.5 grams of fat and 23 grams of protein, so a quarter of a cup will be about 6 grams of protein and about 1 gram of fat. And it also has some really nice probiotics in here, which just help digestion, help with gut health, just good things. You want that, you know what I mean? Great protein source as well.
5 minute 40.
5 minute 40. All right, all I need to do is throw this rice on top. So, Mari likes a cup of rice. Now, what am I pulling out right now? I'm pulling out a rice cooker. This was $30 on Amazon. I just took it out of the rice cooker, and in the morning, I set up 5 cups of cooked rice, and I throw those baby tomatoes on top. It's the best. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. I'm gonna do 1/2 cup, 2/2 cup. Beautiful. You have some cooked tomatoes.
So 1 cup
You have
total?
1 cup total. So that's 45 grams of carbs of organic jasmine rice. This is the rice we use. By the way, those peppers, same thing as the garlic. Pre-sliced, $4 or whole week worth of peppers. What am I at? I'm at 6 minutes, 30 seconds. This is done, bro. This is done. I'm like 30 seconds late here, but 6 minutes, 45 seconds, full meal. What I do now, you have 2 options. You can either throw some salsa on top, which probably has some sodium. We don't currently have salsa, but salsa is a great condiment to use while you're cutting calories. We do throw some sea salt on top, especially pre-workout. We keep our sodium pretty high in that meal. It's a crucial mineral to have in your body to perform properly. Don't be afraid of sodium.
Looks good.
So this meal that Mari's holding in front of you is 44 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. I would say that is absolutely perfect whether Mari is cutting or bulking. This is around what her pre-workout meal will be. Again, if you wanted to cut back on these calories or macros, I would keep protein, around 35, 40 grams, depending on what you're trying to get per meal. But you can cut back on the fat a little bit by removing the avocado, or you can cut back on the rice by just doing 1/2 cup of white rice or 3/4 cup white rice. And then you're easily going to be below 400 calories. But of course, you want a decent amount of food pre-workout, around half an hour, 45 to an hour before your workout. You want a good 350, 500 calories before that workout. So, yeah.
All right, guys, that is the 6-minute fajita bowl. I'm actually gonna eat this right now, and then we're gonna hit the gym.
Yes.
All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked Summer Slay episode 2, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video.